Particular Sadness of Lemon Cake came out, I guess, a year and a half ago, and it has been actually really interesting to see different responses, because it's a book that starts one way and then takes a kind of curve in the middle, and people either really respond to that or it really bothers them. So I think I've felt kind of a mix of responses. If you go for that turn, then I think the book sort of makes sense to the reader, and if you don't go for that turn, it's aggravating. And so, of course, it's a turn that was important to me. So when people go for it, that's nice. The food part paralleled something going on culturally with a lot of food stuff, which I think I was just affected by that, so was writing about it. It wasn't a plan to sort of play into the food culture stuff going on, but I also, you know, I'm interested in all that. So it fed into the book. And I think that's been interesting too, because some people then have expectations of the book. You know, there were people that were dismayed that there weren't recipes in the book and that it wasn't more of like a cookbook or a more friendly, fun book about people and food. And it's really not about food at all. I mean, really it's a book about family and relationships, and food is a way for that to be contained. So I mean, that's been interesting too. But, you know, it's it's so nice. That the thing that I feel more about writing than I used to, or I feel more overtly about writing, is that is how blatantly it is a reaching out and an attempt to communicate with another person, and how beautiful the feeling is when someone has read the book that I thought that I wrote, and we can just have a moment, because it can only be conveyed in a moment, and the intimacy has happened between writer and reader. You know, when they sat and read it, I did hopefully my job, they do their part of the job, and then if they feel moved and we have a moment at a reading or something, and I can just sense that they caught the ball I threw, which is the way I like to think of it, that it looks more or less like the thing that I tried to make, then that's very meaningful.